Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. As a productivity coach, I see the exact same patterns of self-sabotage playing out every single day. And here's a crazy fact for you. Most high achievers actually don't burn out from having too much work. They burn out from emotional reactivity. So today, we're going to completely decode the exact blueprint to transform your mindset from being emotionally reactive to completely unshakable. If you're ready to operate at absolute peak performance, you are definitely in the right place. Okay, let's kick things off by just acknowledging those late-night feelings of fear and guilt that we all get. I want to introduce you to a fictional client of mine. Let's call him Alex. Now, Alex is this brilliant, high-achieving manager, but almost every night, he lies awake just totally consumed by the anxiety of the day, feeling overwhelmed and, frankly, underestimated. Sound familiar at all? Well, we're going to use that exact frustration to awaken your inner strength, just like we would for Alex. So here is the game plan. We're going to follow a really clear 6-part progression to build up your mental resilience. We'll start with winning the morning battle, then the so what mindset, the brutal honesty audit, guarding your mental energy, moving from victim to warrior, and finally, the 1% evolution. Woven throughout these 6 phases are 7 mentally strong habits that are going to completely change how you operate. Let's dive right in. Part 1, win the morning battle. Starting your day with deliberate discomfort. Listen, when your alarm rings, it isn't just a signal to wake up. It is literally a battle horn. And hitting that snooze button, that means you've already accepted defeat before your feet even touch the floor. By forcing yourself through this exact step-by-step sequence, waking up with 0 snoozing, stepping right into a freezing cold shower, knocking out some push-ups, and then just sitting in absolute silence, you are actively training your mental muscle before the rest of the world is even awake. For high achievers like Alex, self-sabotage almost always starts with seeking comfort. You have to replace that comfort seeking with productive discomfort. It's just this immediate, massive injection of discipline. And this is exactly why you've got to escape that sweet poison of the comfort zone. See, the comfort zone doesn't destroy your career overnight, right? It just slowly, quietly erodes your potential. Embracing daily discomfort builds a literal mental shield around you. Think about it. When you've already conquered a freezing cold shower at 6 a.m., suddenly a really difficult client meeting at 2 p.m. just doesn't feel all that intimidating. Moving right along to section 2, the so what mindset, handling life's unfairness with calm focus. Because guys, the very first step to true mental strength is just accepting the fact that life and business are fundamentally unfair. The crucial shift here is adopting this exact attitude. In Hindi, it's "to kya," which beautifully translates to "so what?" Let's look at our first workplace scenario with Alex. He spends 3 whole weeks prepping a massive pitch, only to have the client inexplicably hand the contract to a competitor. Instead of spiraling into emotional burnout, his response has to shift from pure devastation to strategic calmness. So what? I failed this time, I'll just be smarter next time. When you absolutely refuse to be emotionally reactive to those unfair setbacks, you actually allow the calm, highly focused warrior inside of you to take the wheel. When you stop complaining about office politics or insane deadlines, what happens? You instantly reclaim your power. You shift all your energy away from the problem itself and pour it entirely into the strategy for your next big win. Okay, section 3, the brutal honesty audit. Eliminating the lies we tell ourselves. Because the absolute most dangerous habit is looking in the mirror and just not telling yourself the complete truth about what's actually holding you back. We tell ourselves these little lies because, let's face it, they provide immediate comfort. But they completely destroy our potential for any actual growth. As young professionals, we love to say things like, "Oh, I'm fine. I'm just really busy right now," or "I'll definitely work on my leadership skills after this project is done." Spoiler alert, no, you won't. These are comfortable lies, and they completely mask our hidden barriers to growth. You really have to embrace this kind of self-awareness on a daily basis. Think of it like a sword. You've got to audit your weaknesses and your past failures so you can finally promise yourself you'll rise above them. If you cheated on your diet, or if you completely procrastinated on that report, just own it. Admitting your faults is actually a profound strength, not a weakness. A brutal honesty audit is literally the only way a high achiever can identify what is broken and actually fix it. That brings us to section 4, guard your mental energy, the power of boundaries and silence. As we go about our day, we have to protect our inner peace by treating our mental energy like it's a highly exclusive currency. Let's dive into our second workplace scenario. Imagine Alex is just constantly getting pinged on Slack, he's dragged into useless meetings, and he's dealing with a notoriously toxic coworker. Look, every single phone notification and toxic person you engage with drains your precious energy currency. And that's exactly why learning to say no creates such essential focus. Setting a boundary to block out 2 hours of deep work, that isn't selfish, it is pure professional survival. There's a really massive difference between just reacting and actually responding. Silence is absolutely not a weakness. It's the art of holding on to your power, letting it build up inside you like lava, just waiting to fuel a truly decisive action. When facing extreme workplace conflict, weak people react by arguing and over-explaining, but the mentally tough, they respond with silence. They collect their energy inward, they assess the board, and then they make a calculated, strategic move. All right, section 5, from victim to warrior, changing your internal voice during hard times. Let's really look at how we respond when everything in our lives feels like it's just breaking apart. Because true mental strength, it isn't revealed when everything's going fine. It is forged when you shift your mindset completely out of victimhood during intense pain. Here's our third workplace scenario. A sudden company restructuring leaves Alex with double the workload and absolutely no promotion. Now the victim voice whines, "Why is this happening to me?" But the warrior voice, it calmly assesses the chaos and says, "Okay, let's see what I can do about this to leverage it for my career." By actively talking to yourself using these specific reminders, you completely replace panic with a calculated resilience that pretty much guarantees you're going to win in the end. Taking extreme responsibility for your personal reactions during difficult times is the hallmark of a true leader. You just have to remind yourself that crisis is only a temporary phase, and it's actually meant to make you more powerful. Finally, we arrive at section 6, the 1% evolution, continuous upgrades for lifelong mastery. For this last part, we have to recognize that mental strength isn't some final destination. It's a relentless, constantly evolving lifestyle. Injecting just a tiny 1% daily improvement into your routine actually transforms you into the absolute most capable, unstoppable version of yourself over time. As a coach, I never want my clients trying to change 100% of their lives overnight. That always leads to burnout. Long-term success is built entirely on the compounding interest of tiny 1% daily upgrades. To avoid getting stuck, you've got to literally recreate yourself with fresh knowledge and fresh discipline every single day. Read just one page, remove just one app from your phone, build just one micro habit, break just one limiting belief. Doing this guarantees lifelong mastery. It's exactly how the overwhelmed professional naturally evolves into an untouchable industry leader. Before we officially wrap up, I really want you to do a brutal honesty audit on yourself. Ask yourself right now, what is your biggest personal barrier to growth? Is it your messy morning routine? Is it your total inability to set boundaries with people? Take just a few seconds to be completely honest with yourself in this exact moment. It is time to take this blueprint, drop the excuses, and step way out of your comfort zone. Just like Alex, you have the absolute capacity to replace all that emotional reactivity with calm, strategic dominance. So think about it. Tomorrow morning when that alarm rings, are you going to hit snooze and surrender to comfort? Or are you going to wake up, step into the discomfort, and choose to be unstoppable?